About to get started in just a second. Let me do a mic check, check, check. There it is. Test, test. Oh, we good. Cooking with Crisco. All right. Hey, Shalom. We're the ISUPK started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commander General Yohana. All right. Since 1969, we bringing out the truth according to the Bible about who the true Jews are, man. That's right. The Israelites of antiquity, of old. Contrary to what we've been taught, we didn't just fall off the map. We didn't just vanish. We're not extinct. We're here, you know, under false pretenses and names like African Americans or whatever they call us nowadays. You understand? All right. We do not affiliate with any other Israelite groups. Okay. We stand alone. We are ground zero. Like I said, the home of the truth. All right. We don't affiliate with the Christian church, Muslim mosque, uh, man, you name it. All right. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge stands alone. All right. So, in typical UPK fashion, it is Tuesday night. All right. Contrary to what the world says, being Taco Tuesday, all right, it's Tuesday night Brotherhood class. All right. Brotherhood, brotherhood, brotherhood. Ain't no other hood like brotherhood. All right. Brotherhood is a weapon, and brotherhood is synonymous to sisterhood. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. All right. Before we get into it, if you have any questions, please ask, type them in the chat. I'm Prison Officer 500, Quatazar Banyahara Bayasharala. Right now, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. All right, in the snow. In the snow, man. Like I said, if you got any questions, please type it in the chat. I'll start off by saying Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakathum to my brothers, Yahweh Shema Thah Shem Yahweh Shah to my sisters. All right, let's get it started, man. What we doing? It's a question you need to ask yourself. What is it that you do? Huh? What is it that you do as an individual, right? As a person, what is it that you do? Now, we all have jobs. All right, you want to call it a slave, a career. We have things that we do that take up our time. We have things that are called pastimes, things we do recreationally. But what is it that you actually do, right? Do you serve the Lord? Because there's a difference between what you do and what you do for the Most High through Christ, all right? Are you someone who serves themselves, right? Because we tend to do that in Israel, man. We don't give a damn about the Lord's will in Israel. Oh no, we care about our will, and we'll do whatever it takes to impose it on whatever situation to get the product in which we seek, whether it be positive, negative. You know what I'm saying? Something that's for the now or something that's for the future, right? We're not concerned with doing the Lord's will, and this is the reason why we struggle collectively as a people. Now, understand there are certain punishments the Lord, hands out individually. But as a whole, we suffer together, man. There's no difference between me and the next man that looks just like me, who's a black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. When it comes to the world, if one of my brothers in the world were to commit a crime and flee the scene and I'm walking down the street, I'm going to be guilty of it. And that's a punishment, a stereotype that we all share. But how can we fix that? Well, we can fix it by recognizing and having accountability for what we do. All right. So we can't serve ourselves. You know, well, man, I can tell you how I almost slipped up. All right. So when it comes to me, I wasn't always in the truth, you know what I'm saying? And bro, I can tell you how I was shy, I was able to, get up in here and try to account for what I've done by doing what's right. That's being righteous, man. The strongest army in the world is innocence. You understand? Innocence is equated to being righteous. When you're righteous and you're innocent, you're blameless. You keep the law, statutes, commandments. What fault can any man find within you? What fault? Because to find fault within you, they have to find fault within the Most High. Have find fault within Christ. And Christ is perfect. You understand? All right. So we're going to start off in the book of Proverbs. All right. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to turn the page, whatever page Proverbs is on. We're gonna go to the book of Proverbs, all right? Like I said, if you got any questions, please type it in the chat. The book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 10. 15, verse 10. Hey, shalom, shalom. Proverbs 15 and 10. Keep going. Come on, Quatazar. All right, we have to be accountable for our actions. All right. And if you don't know what you're doing, what page 15 though? You know what I'm saying? We have to be accountable for our actions. No matter what we do. All right. It ain't gonna be no the devil made me do it. I'm quite sure he has a strong influence when it comes to the oppressor, because we all know that that image of Caesar Borgia is an absolute person, and he is a devil, which means deceiver. All right. But we got to be accountable for what the hell it is we're doing. So if you're not serving the Lord, who are you serving? That begs the question, what are we doing? What are you doing? All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, what I say? Verse 10. And it reads, if you're old school, and it reads if you're new school. All right. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way. All right. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way. All right, so we're gonna break this down bit by bit. All right, what is correction? Let's get it. Correction. Turn this off. Rebuke. All right. Correction. A decline. No, that's not it. I'm gonna get the right definition. A quantity applied by way of correcting. A treatment and rehabilitation of offenders through a program involving penal custody, parole, or probation. That's the Department of Corrections. All right, let me see what I want. Amendment. What does it mean to amend? An alteration proposed or affected by this process. That is not what I want. Give me just a second. Somebody tell me what correction is. To set right. There we go. To set right. Remedy. To correct by removing errors. All right. So we're gonna go back to this definition. And the precept. This is Proverbs 15 and 10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die. What is the way, man? What is the way? All right. Why is correction grievous unto him that forsakes the way? What does it mean to forsake? That's the next word we're going to get. We know what correction is. What does it mean to forsake? Forsake. To renounce or to turn away from entirely. The way is keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments, man. That is the way for an Israelite. All right. So if you're not an Israelite, if you're not falling up under the 12 tribes chart, if you're not so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, there's nothing for you to forsake. All right. The Lord's not dealing with you. Christ is only dealing with his own people. To abandon, damn right. That's what we've done. We've abandoned who we are. And what's a way that we can describe who we are outside the oracles of God? It's our brotherhood, our sisterhood, how we deal with one another, the things that we repeatedly do. And we don't repeatedly keep the law, statutes, commandments like we're supposed to. And that's our issue. You understand? We're supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and do them. All right. So if it says keep the high holy day, that's what we're supposed to do. If it says keep the feast day, that's what we're supposed to do. It never said keep the holidays. The Lord hates it. He despises the holidays. So if we repeatedly keep the holidays, we're breaking the law, statutes, commandments, and we're forsaking the way. All right. So if my brotherhood is synonymous to how I treat you, and the law says to treat my brothers and sisters how I want to be treated, and I'm not treating you how I would want somebody to treat me, then I'm forsaking the way. All right, let me give you an example. All right. I hate when people steal my things. Right? Don't even touch my stuff, right? Unless you ask. Therefore, I can account for where it is. You know what I'm saying? And if it's misplaced, I'm going to know. All right. Prime example. if you ever watch Mario, there's an episode where Bruh Man takes his CD player. All right, takes his CD player. And this is back when CD players first came out, compact. You just had a Walkman with the tape, you know what I'm saying? Then it came with CDs, compact discs, you know what I'm saying? And so Martin bought one. And around the time, they were about $200-300, depending on which one you got and what brand. All right. So he knew where he left his CD player. When he went to go get it, it was gone. And it was this whole scene, funny as ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You watch Mark, you know what I'm talking about. Where he called all his friends there, Tommy, Cole, Pam, Gina, you know what I'm saying? And they're sitting around the table. He's acting like Nino Brown. He's trying to figure out where his CD player is. So that's one thing that we hate is when people steal from us. Well, Brotman didn't steal it, he just borrowed it. But Mark couldn't account for it, right? And so, I mean, it was funny, but regardless, the point I'm trying to make is we hate when people steal from us, right? So why would we be a thief? You don't think you're a thief, all right? So we got that understood. So you're not going to be something that you hate, which is a thief. You understand? So if you're not a thief and you don't steal, right? Why is that? Because you despise it. You don't like it. I hate when things are stolen from me. All right. So to get back to my point, I almost lost it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that in which you despise. But you can't say that, oh, just because I don't steal, I don't do other things. So if you forsake the law, understand this, man, you're not keeping it. So just because, okay, someone may steal, you hate being stolen, you hate having things stolen from you. All right. That's understood. And so when someone steals from you, it's going to anger you, it's going to make you mad. So you're not going to be someone who steals. Don't be someone who breaks the law. Because if you break the law, it's synonymous to you stealing. You got to really think about it. Anything that falls up under the law, statutes, commandments that applies to you, don't think just because you only do it a little bit, you're not breaking the law. Don't be that thing that you despise. That's the point I was trying to make. I almost lost it. Y'all probably, you kept saying the same thing over and over again. Almost lost my point. But don't be that thing that you despise, right? Have a balanced scale. And having a balanced scale is understanding that you're supposed to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, and they're not grievous, right? They're not grievous. So back to Proverbs 15:10. Correction is grievous unto him. Correction is grievous unto him that, give me just a second, forsake the way. All right. And we're supposed to follow after Christ. Most people call themselves Christians and they don't do anything that Christ said do. They don't, look at his actions. They don't read, don't study, show themselves approved. How do I know? I used to be a Christian. We all have been something, whether you want to agree to it or not. If you thought that the image of Caesar Borgia was Christ, i.e., a white man, then you were definitely a Christian. All right. You celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, you're a Christian. All right. So we have all forsaken the way, right? And that way is to the kingdom of heaven, right? And that way, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to keep brotherhood and sisterhood. All right. It's not just about the brothers, about the sisters too. It's very important. All right. And he that hateth reproof shall die. If you don't like correction, man, right? If you hate being corrected, how could you get anything right? And you think about it, it starts from infancy. The terrible twos, threes, and whatever, four. If your mother didn't correct you when you went to go stick those scissors in the socket, you wouldn't be here, right? If the Surgeon General didn't say, oh, smoking tobacco products or utilizing tobacco products can cause cancer, we wouldn't even know that. But what do we do with those Surgeon Generals and those warnings? We just, right, we don't do nothing at all with them. We don't pay no heed to it. You understand? We don't give a damn when it comes to that. So you got to realize what it is that you're serving. Because if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you're not serving the Most High Power through Christ. You understand? And that's a big problem. What are some reasons why you wouldn't serve the Lord? Why? Why? Because the things that we choose to do are absolutely grievous, right? Not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster has helped me, right? Eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster is grievous. Yeah, I look at it, I see it on TikTok, I look at it on Instagram, YouTube. Man, just the whole like, okay, if you're hungry, you ain't trying to be bothered with a wrapper, but of course, it keeps your food intact. But when it comes to eating pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster, come on, man. Those crustaceans, you got to crack open the shell, throw this away, take a poop vein out, suck on it all for a little bit of what? What? It's not even good. Well, I don't know if it beats me. I don't eat it. I don't think I've ever eaten that. It's just weird to me, right? Why do we do those things? And then we wonder why we have so many issues mentally. It's because we don't keep the law, statutes, commandments. We don't know what we're doing because we've been taught that, hey, man, what you have isn't good enough. What you have is okay, but in order for you to have this lifestyle and live, this is necessary. And America always wants to grandize bullcrap. Why? Because that's how America runs. It takes the spirit out of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You could be content with $2 in a biscuit. Then hear somebody say, "Oh, well, yeah, no, that's not good enough. You got to have some jelly." Well, how I get that? It ain't how can I serve the Lord and be grateful. It's always something that's grandized that takes our eyes off of that path, off the way. Stupid stuff, a TikTok trend. Why is that? Because we don't know what we're doing. And the best way to find out what the hell to do is to pick up this book right here, all right? The King James Version Bible. Don't just pick it up, open it. Open it. Find out about our historical lineage. Find out about what it is that we're supposed to do and what it is we're not supposed to do. We can't recreate the wheel. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025, right? According to the world standards. And guess what? We're still overdosing, right? We're still suffering from domestic violence. We have a big issue with homicides, murder, rape, you name it. That all comes from not being able to do what? Have accountability. When we mess around and do what it is that we think that we want to do because we don't know what we're doing, guess what we end up doing? We end up sinning. Why? Because Christianity said it's okay to do this. It's okay to manifest your own destiny. It's okay to impose your will upon the world. And who does it best? The oppressor, right? He does it the best. And then he becomes our father, the one who teaches us lies, deception, rape, murder, robbing, and all that. And then guess what they say? Oh, well, they don't care about themselves. Well, here's what I have to say about that. We do care about ourselves. And this is why we teach these classes to teach our brothers and sisters in the world what's necessary for us to do so that we can take back something that was stolen from us. All right. And that's our identity. How to treat one another. All right. That is necessary when it comes to understanding what brotherhood is. All right. Because the oppressor treats us like crap and we'll forgive him 20 times over. But let our brother or sister make one mistake. We write them off for good. Why is that? Everybody's a Christian and everybody says they do what the Lord says. You understand? Everybody thinks, oh, they know Christ. Well, let's see what Christ did before he was crucified. All right. We're going to go to John 13 and 1, I think it is. 13 and 1. Let's go to John 13. We got a question, please type it in the chat. All right. We don't know how to keep the law, statutes, commandments. And keeping the law, statutes, commandments is how, what I'm saying, we're taught to deal with one another. Hey, Shalom. How Amar in the building. my nigga. You understand? We're going to go to John 13 and 1. All right. So when you ask yourself, what is it that you're doing? All right. A lot of times you grow up in a society where, okay, gangbang is your religion, and you still don't know what you're doing. You fighting a war that started off as supposedly something that's positive. Now it just got all out of hand. All right. And it was never our nationality to take on a religion. All right. It was never our nationality to take on the ways of someone else. They're supposed to be up under our foot. But because we sinned against our power, we're now up under their foot. But thanks to Commander Junior Han and the ISUPK, we're going to get up from under them heathens' feet, man. All right. We're going to stand on 10 when it comes to this business. You got any questions, please type it in the chat. So I said first John 13 and 1. All right. Now before the feast of Passover, all right, when you talking about a new year, this is not, there's nothing new. All right. When you go to the butcher, you get fresh meat. That's new. Comes straight from the cow. When you put it in the freezer, that's to preserve it. All right. Spring, that's when things are starting to bloom and it's new. Now is not the time. All right. Like geographically, geologically, we're in the freezer right now. All right. We can get into the ecosystem and science and biology and all that. But just know it says now before the feast of Passover, a great time where the Lord killed some heathens. All right. That sir, the Lord killed some heathens because we were listening to him. All right. When Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father. All right. So, Christ was the propitiation for our sins, man. Someone had to pay that toll, that fee. So when you ask what it is that you're doing and you want to have some accountability, just know that you've acquired a debt. All right. It's not in the form of a scat pack. It's not a mortgage. It's not, what I'm saying, the corner store, where you say, put it on my tab. No, this debt has to be paid. All right. It has to be paid. Innocent blood was shed because of the sins that we committed. And that's something that we don't want to do. We don't want to be accountable for our brothers and sisters like Christ was accountable for us. So you ask yourself, what are we doing? If we're supposed to be on the straight and narrow, broad and wide, you know who's running through that lane? The death angel. And it's just a matter of time for you cross paths with him. Get out of the broad and wide and get into the straight and narrow. All right. We'll get back to John 13 and 1. All right. So Passover. It says, having loved his own, which in the world, he loved them until the end. Okay, so that's a cut to all those Christians, all the heathens that said, look, God is a love, Christ loved everybody. It says his own right here. So when you think about brotherhood, what are we doing? Loving the oppressor. What the heck are we doing trying to join hands with another nation of people? And the Bible says we're not even supposed to marry them. We weren't supposed to go to those cities and do anything with them. You understand? Hey, shalom, sis. What are we doing? You got to ask yourself that. It said Christ loved his own. What business do you have loving the oppressor? What business do you have loving this bastard right here? You see, it says imposter. This is not Christ. This is the reason why we want to join hands and sing Kumbaya with the very people that are destroying us. The very people that built those ships, stacked us in there like a can of sardines, made sure we died on the way here just to do what? Manifest their destiny. I'm going to read that again because this is imperative to understand when it comes to brotherhood. You don't have time for your brother or sister. Sisters, you don't have time for your brothers. Brothers, you ain't got time for your sisters. Sisters, you ain't got time for your sisters. Brothers, you ain't got time for your brothers. Why? Because we want to give our time to a wicked bastard. You understand? We want to spend our time loving the wrong person or persons. It says, having loved his own, which were in the world, he loved them until the end, man. Christ loves us until the end. And you know who else loves us until the end, until death? Satan. Oh, yeah. Ain't that a hill of beans? He'll love you to death. You understand? And it's a big difference because trying to strive to impose your own will, to do your own thing, you're going to serve Satan. It's clear and apparent. He has a job to do. And he wins when you die, when you're unalive, eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, because you chose not to do what Christ taught us to do. And he loved us until the end, man. He gave his life so that we didn't have to die. So it goes back to earlier. That's what are we doing? Don't you hate being what? Robbed? But yet still, what do? We take what was done for us and we don't pay it back, right? The remission of sin. Christ gave the blood. He was a blood sacrifice. So why would we steal if we hate being stolen, having things stolen from us? We hate being robbed. Therefore, we're supposed to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And they're not grievous. That correction is what keeps us from having mental health issues. I say, man, stop, man. Hey, listen, keep the oracles of God, one. All right. Don't be some wicked bastard living a lascivious life and just trying to fulfill your lustful needs, because the only thing that's going to happen is your vessel is going to get a hole in it if it doesn't already have one. And everything that you try to do to fill it, it's never going to satisfy you. That's sin for you. But if you're righteous, you keep righteousness, oh man, come on. You'll be content. That's what Christ did. He loved us on it to the end. Let me skip down. All right. Show you what else Christ did. All right. Because Christ wasn't arrogant, man. He wasn't arrogant at all. And even being given everything, right? What did he do? Verse 4. He riseth up from supper and laid aside his garment and took a towel and girded himself. All right. After that, he poured water in a basin and began washing the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. So you understand this, man. You ever took your shirt and washed your brother's feet? Christ was showing humility. You ask Joe Biden to show some humility. He won't even shake your damn hand. You know what I'm saying? I hate seeing, oh, well, every time there's a presidency of something stupid, right? You have the president come and there's a whole group of firefighters. And he'll go down and shake everyone's hand and then see the man, the black man, the Negro, skip him. And then the dude so surprised, he's like, standing there looking like around with ears, just looking stupid. And he shake everybody else's hand. Well, that's what happens when we choose to love everything but our own. We get left stuck looking stupid, like around with ears, just sitting there just looking all dumb. And why? Because we don't love our own to from the beginning or until the end. Well, thanks to Commander J. Han and the ISUPK, the School of Israelite Practical Knowledge, Universal Practical Knowledge, all right, the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we now know how to be practical about the things that we are doing. And that's keeping the law, statutes, commandments, keeping the high holy days. You understand? Keeping the feast days, keeping the services of God going, man. You understand? Caring for our brothers and sisters, taking the clothes off our back if need be, the shoes off our feet, because we actually care. We actually care. And it's not something that we say, it's something that we do. That's how you keep the law, statutes, commandments. You don't talk about it, you be about it, man. You understand? Christ was showing extreme humility. When what he had, he wasn't boastful. You understand? He washed his brother's feet, knowing, hey, man, this brother about to do something wicked. Even knowing the truth, Christ was showing humility. How can you say you love the Lord, right? And you can't even show humility. It's all about the glory that we can gain. And what you going to do with glory? You're going to be boastful. You're going to be prideful. Some smug bastard that no one wants to be around because why? You think you deserve the glory? No. All the glory is for the Most High, man. You understand? Even Christ knew that. We're going to drop that. Drop that. He was the epitome. Christ is the epitome of brotherhood, man. We serve a living God. You understand? I'm a rapper, but I'm still a gorilla. Do them, that's not what I want. I want why call us thou me good. Give me just a second. You got any questions? Please type it in the chat. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Everybody that's checking in. Man, most high Christ. Some days I be having good days when it comes to teaching classes. I mean, around like what, 2, 3 o'clock, I knew exactly what I wanted to teach on. As soon as it rolled around, you know what I'm saying? I can't hold on to a thought. Why cause thou me good? If you got any questions, please type it in the chat. Man, say throw something at you, man. You throw something right back. Why? All right, here we go. We're gonna go to Mark 10 and 18. You got any questions, please put in the chat. Mark 10 and 18. Give me just a second. See, everybody thinks when you draw the truth, you know what I'm saying, a red carpet is going to get rolled out and you made it. No, you ain't made nothing but the right choice to come and serve the Lord. Pick up your cross and bear it, man. That's what we have to do. That's what we supposed to be doing. You know, if we're not doing that, what are we doing? We're putting the burden on someone else. We're putting the burden on someone else. Nah, man, we gonna do what we supposed to do up in here. I say Mark 10 and what? 18. All right. It's the book of Mark, chapter 10, verse 18. And Jesus said unto him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one. That is God, man. How can we say, oh man, we love the Lord? And Christ is saying right here, man, there's only one. That's the Most High. Even Christ didn't want no smoke. Who are you, right? Who are we? What are we doing thinking that we can take the glory from God? Imagine that. You thinking that, okay, you're somebody, you're so proud. No humility, you know what I'm saying? We just, it's all about us. So much so we don't get our way. You want to talk about how you feel. You want to talk about this. You want to impose your feelings and emotions on somebody else just to do what? Get your will done. Get your needs taken care of. You know, your attention has to be met. And you don't care. You don't care about what is written. You don't care about the job that was entrusted in you. You just care about what you can get. You have to be glorified in the most minimal of things. Instead of giving that glory to God, when you do that, you become an actual servant. The Most High Power, we have a job, man. I can't impose my will on someone. They're not mine to impose my will upon. That brother and sister, that they belong to the Lord, man. I belong to the Lord. How are we going to receive any glory? You understand? Ask yourself that. What are we doing? What are we doing? You know, when you call Domino's for pizza, right? You're calling Domino's. That's a corporation. Answer the phone. Hello? Yeah, let me get a large whatever. Delivery man brings it. He's fast. He's swift. The pizza's hot. You get it. You pay him, right? You give him the money. Here's for the pizza. We ordered from Domino's. He works for Domino's. Here's your tip. All right. We don't give him the glory. He didn't make the pizza, delivery guy. Someone else made the pizza. But here's the thing. That person that made the pizza isn't Domino's. Domino's is the entity in which you call the corporation to get these goods and services rendered so that you don't have to go in the kitchen and, you know what I'm saying, be cooking with nobody, burning stuff up. You understand? So you're going to, thank you so much. All right. You keep that money that belongs to Domino's. You can't. He has to pay for what? Those materials that went in a place that he did not sponsor. He's just doing his job. He gets the tip. That money goes back to the store and it goes to Domino's, right? And you're going to say, hey, man, what's your name? Oh, I'm Tommy the delivery guy. You're going to give all the glory to Tommy the delivery guy? I mean, you might be happy because you're eating, but he didn't make the damn pizza. The person that made the pizza didn't even supply what it was necessary to make the damn pizza. Domino's did. So you're going to thank Domino's. That's why you called him anyway. When it comes to the Most High Power, man, you got to understand, you can't take the glory from him. Everything that you do right, all right, in your life, whether it be long or short, is because of the Most High. You understand? Everything that I do right, because of the Most High. Understand that. Everything. Because of the spirit that he allowed to have to dwell in you. Only time we have cognitive dissonance is when we allow that good spirit to be what? Ignored because of peer pressure, because of social constructs, because of stupid things that have no value. What you feel has no value. Right, go downtown to AEP and say, man, I feel like I should have to pay my bill this month. Or tell them how you feel. Bank on that, then come home and then flip that switch. I guarantee the lights are gonna come on. Why does what you feel have to matter so much? Because we want the glory, and we don't deserve the glory. We haven't done nothing for it. But who did? Christ did. Christ did. This is why we have to recognize what it is that we're doing, man. All right, I'm gonna drop that. Let's get a brotherhood scripture. Brotherhood, brotherhood, brotherhood. This is what we're talking about. All right. Brotherhood. Let's see here. Go to 1 John 4:20. This is bedrock. Barney Rubble. All right. 1 John, what did I say? 4:20. Any question, please type it in the chat. Man. If a man say, we say a lot of things, all right. I love God. We all say that. What man hasn't said that? Mankind. Everyone says I love God. You know what I'm saying? The judge in the courtroom says he loves the Lord. He make you put put you on the stand, put a Bible in your hand. And he'll say, man, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and get up there and himself will lie. He says he loves God, right? And hateth his brother. He is a liar. Don't you hate when people lie to you? I do. But who are we to lie to one another? And they didn't hate when we get lied to. If a man say, I love God, right, and hated his brother, he is a liar. You are a liar if you hate your brother. What reason do you have to hate your brother? Right? You think that the sins that you committed are lesser than the sins he committed? You'd be a fool to think that. We would be a fool, any man. We all have sinned, right? We have all sold out, is basically what it's saying, right? You talk about Judas Iscariot for some silver. What do we sell out for? We'll sell out for what, $1 in a dream? You know what I'm saying? To get us some cream, a scheme. What do we sell out for? You'll let somebody piss you off. You'll sell out. You turn your whole back on the Most High through Christ. When someone does what? Hurt your baby. You know, let somebody slap your wife behind. You're gonna be willing to kill anything. Turn your back on the Lord, man. You know, you don't want to be what? Fake. You don't want to be a snitch. You don't want to you don't want to risk your chance of being a real nigga by saying Ray did it. You don't want to be a snitch. You know, you don't want to utilize the law that's here, you know, for our understanding and our learning, so we can know how to deal with one another righteously. We want to do what those real thugs do. That's rob, steal, and kill, murder. No, that's why we have brotherhood. This is why we're learning it. This is why we teach it. So we can stop doing the things that we learned from the oppressor, man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, right? I see, yeah, man, listen. How can you say you don't love your brother who you've seen, right? How can he love God whom he hath not seen? Ask yourself that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you think you've seen God when you see this image. All right, y'all believe in the Trinity. It's stupid anyway. There's another cut to Christians, man. You think you've seen him. You think this is God. And that's the problem. This is why you hate. This is why we hate our brothers. This is why we hate our sisters. Because you think you've seen God. You think this is him. Understand this, man. There's a difference between the Most High and Christ. All right. If you want to have some type of image of what Christ looked like, it's going to be reminiscent of this brother here. All right. A black man, not this white bastard. That's not the Most High anyway. You know, this is why we have these classes. You can learn something, man. How can he love God whom he have not seen. Ask yourself that. You don't love God. We don't love God. We don't love our brothers. We don't love our sisters because we love the oppressor. And why? He's the one that's making conditions worse for us because we don't love the Lord. We can't keep the law, statutes, commandments. So therefore, what happens? We have to suffer also the affliction of being judged because we hate correction. It's grievous to us. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments is not grievous. But I guarantee you, I tell you what, having to go downtown and get your car uh, back from the impound lot because you were drinking and driving, that's grievous. Having to go to court for breaking some law, getting some type of traffic violation, any type of, that's grievous. You know what I'm saying? Having to go to the health clinic because you're burning your skin, that's grievous. We suffer those things because we don't keep the law, statutes, commandments. What's something that's absolutely a problem in Israel? Mental health, right? The issues that we deal with mentally. Why do we deal with things mentally? Because we don't keep the law, statutes, commandments. Right? You want to talk, we want to address mental health issues. We have mental health issues because we don't do what we're supposed to do. You might say, well, my grandmother lived for 176 years and she ate pork every day. Well, you ever stop to think that maybe, hey, her body could, I guess, deal with it? Well, what about those psychological issues your grandmother suffered from? Nobody wanted to talk about how she was back sugar honey iced tea crazy because of the parasites that were in that swine that was in her brain. Oh, we want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? The Lord allowed her to live, and she was a complete terror, beating everybody. She taught your mom how to beat you from a very early age, man. You ever stop to think about that? You know, we don't want to do the 60-day rule. We don't want to get to know a brother or sister. Then come to find out, oh, he has psychological issues because of the childhood trauma, because of all the slavery that we've endured. You know what I'm saying? Because of, poverty, because of this hellish condition, the oppressor imposes on us because he benefits from it. We all have issues, you know. Thanks to the eyes you became the commander Jehana, you have enough self-discipline to do what? Take heed to ourselves and correct these issues. And with that self-discipline, guess what you can do? You can become a righteous brother or sister and fight your own demons so that you don't impose your will on somebody else. Now we can gather together collectively because why? We're not illegally yoked anymore. These laws, statutes, commandments are our governing bodies because we've shown and proved that we can't govern ourselves, right? We can't even have a party. Somebody's gonna get into a fight, somebody mama gonna get talked about, some woman's gonna flirt with something. We can't govern ourselves. We don't keep the laws of the land. You go to the club, it's gonna get shot up. I don't know why people, oh, you put on all white just to go to a packed club on your birthday, wearing all white like some imbecile, and then you get your all white dope, your cocaine white stepped on. Now you're trying to fight. What do you think was going to happen? You got on all white. You're going to a club that's jam packed to capacity. Then this is what we do. We allow our women to wear whatever the heck they want to wear. I can't believe you let me wear this out the house. And what do brothers do? As soon as they walk through the club, there's going to be a whole bunch of ass grabbing. You understand? What you going? you ain't got no business celebrating no birthday anyway. This is the type of simplicity that destroys us mentally. Now, why would she do that? You smoke so much weed, you can't even get it up. You think some Sheila Jit's going to help you arrive. No, not smoking marijuana is going to help you arrive, man. Not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster is going to help you control your cholesterol. You wonder why she wants to wear all this skimpy stuff. You ain't paid the dowry for this sister. You don't care nothing about her. You can't keep a sister, right? Especially one in the world if you don't serve the Lord. Why would you want to? You would know that she's like an open quiver trying to receive every arrow. And we what? we go crazy. We go crazy. We'll smoke ourselves to death. We'll drink ourselves to death. We'll be emotional until we do what? Kill ourselves. This is why we need this book right here to tell us exactly what it is that we need to do. But no, we don't know what we're doing to the tune of aborting babies. And we think it's funny. I seen a stupid post earlier this week. Some girl was like, I told you not to, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. He was like, man, some told me to, but check this out though. You're a good mom. I know this. And so enjoy being a single mother. And it's crazy because that's a sister. You know, she was what, Puerto Rican or something. The dude, I mean, what he just showed his text. But how simple are we going to be? You know what I'm saying? How simple? Matter of fact, Proverbs 1 and 22. Let's get this. We still don't know what the heck we're doing. It's 2025, according to the world. And what we're going to do, make New Year's resolutions just to break them on Quitters Day. What is January 15th, the second Friday. America bets on you being an idiot. They bet on us being stupid. And that's wild to me. You understand? Proverbs 1 and 22. You got any questions? Please type it in the chat. Like I said before, man, don't think that you're going to join this truth, right? And find out who you are, and Satan's not going to try to pull you back into the world. You got to understand that, man. People say, okay, well, y'all just get up here and can you do it? Can you put in your 90 days? You know, every thought that I have has been fleeting, but I have a job to do, man. The word that proceeded out of the Lord's mouth is not going to come back void. Old quarters are going to get through this class, man. You understand? And that's what we have to realize. You know, don't think that being perfect means that you're going to have a great class every single time. You're going to pull it out like Jerome Hyman, Paul. Like, you know, you're not going to pull it off like Jerome Hyman and teach a great class. You're not going to have a great class every time. That's Jerome Hyman, man. He's been in truth longer than some of us been alive. He studied to show himself approved, man. But what you must do is get comfortable in battle. And you gotta see it through. You have to endure. You understand? We're gonna go to Proverbs 1 and 22. You got any questions? Please type it in the chat. We got up in here. Kowal. That's my older brother, man. Bro, I can tell you how why I was shot for that man. I'm telling you. He knows brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Many times when I was, man, just doing all the wrong things. You know, I used to have a drinking problem, right? And the problem wasn't drinking, it was me having a whole bunch of problems. Why? Because I didn't want to do what I was required to do. And see, here's the thing. You can't avoid your I want to sound Christian by saying calling, but man, listen, if you're a man and you're a so-called black, Hispanic, Native American Indian man, you're a priest, you're a prophet. Your job is to serve the Lord. You understand? Ain't no getting around that. So when you're done suffering at the hand of these oppressors, when you're done suffering at the hand of your baby mom, when you're done suffering at the hand of your wicked boss, when you're done suffering at the hand of your Christian pastor, what you're going to do is sit down in this class, take notes, ask your questions, and find out who you really are. Instead of being a servant of the world, be a servant of the Lord. You understand? And be free from all that bondage, man. All right, Proverbs 1 and 22. How long? It's asking it a question, man. How long? You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you've been out the joint for about 5 or 6 years. You know what I'm saying? About time you pay me my money. How long? Ye simple ones, right? Will ye love simplicity? Who are the simple ones? We are the simple ones. We are the simple ones. Why? Because we don't know what we're doing. We don't want to take accountability for being dumb or simple. I'm just get the definition of simple. All right. This is asking how long? Simple ones. This is our book. All right. Let's not bypass it. Simple. Lacking in knowledge or expertise. How long? How long, ye simple ones, right? How long will you be lacking in knowledge, man? How long? Everybody think they know something till you say spell it. Everybody think they know something till they say show me. Everybody think they know something till they say explain it, break it down. And then it's, oh, you know, like you've been to school, haven't you? Yeah, I have. But have you? Then why did you do that? I don't know. You get to doing this. Like you 4, 5, 6, you know what I'm saying, years old. How long are we gonna be simple, man? How long are we gonna lack knowledge? What is that knowledge? Who are you? I'm an African American. Name me one street in Africa. I don't know. What relative do you have there? Tell me something about some Harriet Tubman or something you heard on TV. Who are you in communication with Africa right now? Nobody. You don't even know why they call you African American. These are things that we lack knowledge of, you know. And in doing so, we become very simple. Now what? Oh, okay. Because you think you know how to fight, you have what? Chinese? You know how to hold some chopsticks? Now you the last dragon? And scorners delight in scorning. What is scorning, man? What does it mean to scorn? All right. To have an open dislike, disrespect, man. To have an open dislike and just not care about, you know what I'm saying, what was done for you in the future. Think back to the past, right? How could you have retrospect vision or ocular perception to know that, hey, man, my ancestors died. They were unalived, right? Just trying to seek freedom, trying to take a stand, not eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, not dressing like a whore. You know what I'm saying? Heads were cut, used as freaking stuffing for a chair for some oppressor to sit in. How can we not, you know what I'm saying, be modest in thinking about what was done for us? You know what I mean? We just got to, oh, well, I don't care. Well, did Christ celebrate Christmas? No. Okay, well, I don't care. That's my time that we get with our family. Why not have it any other time outside of what December 25th? You have an open dislike for authority, have open dislike for your king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach in the Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Orally known in the world as Christ. You have an open disdain, man. Let me keep reading. And fools hate knowledge. We're simple. We're simplistic fools, man. Scorners. Simple. God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. What kind of stupid crap to say is that? You didn't drop something on the floor. Everybody done been in the bathroom. You gonna pick it up and blow it. As if what? He's gonna save your well, that's why you got sick. That's why you're throwing up. We got the what going on right now, the neurovirus. Why? You don't wash your hands. They don't believe in this right here. This is what we believe in. Hand sanitizer. All right. Hand sanitizer is not something that makes soap and water to no effect. All right. Just understand that. This does not kill the neurovirus. Antibiotics don't kill the neurovirus. You understand? Wash your freaking hands. How simple are we going to be? How simple? You think you're going to what? Test the Lord? Tempt him? Well, if this, that, the third, if the Lord's really real, she gonna come home. She ain't coming home. And the Lord's absolutely real. You think he's gonna be a part of your foolish freaking decision? What are you doing? Ask yourself, what am I doing? You want to hold the Lord accountable for the decision choice that you made. When all you have to do is hold this book right here up to your face, read it, hold yourself accountable, stop making stupid decisions and choices, right? You gotta be righteous over everything, as if it's yours. Have no power at all because you don't keep the oracles of God. We're a no people giving a no land, and we're what? Happy with it. Oh no, we're absolutely a people, and we have a land. But because of our sins, what happened? It was taken from us. So what must we do? We have to do what? Keep the oracles of God, man. Pay our debt. But nah, it's not good enough. You don't like how you get the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be coming to tell you the good news. Nat Turner and snap the overseer's neck. We're free. You just running so happily and get to Big Mama's house. You come busting up in there to tell her we free. You know what I'm saying? It's over. No more picking cotton. She was just crying last night about how she can't do it no more, right? And feet swollen. You know what I'm saying? She's down to her last ham hock. You're coming to bring the gospel. And guess what? You bust up in there to tell her, guess what she's going to do? Oh, no. In slavery, after picking 10, 20 tons of cotton in her time, she's going to tell you to get out of her house, come back and try it again. But wait, no, you can come up to my house. Just bust up in here. And then when you come up in here, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. And then before you come in my house, take your shoes off. At this point, the message is like, man, damn it. All the hell with you. You can stay here and pick cotton for another 100 years. Why should it matter? You know what I'm saying? What or how the message. Listen, you're mad because what? Someone's what so-called cursing, using strong language? It can be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. No, you just, oh, you're so proud. Not my house. This little shack, the roof's on fire. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's a revolution. We're free. You don't want to hear it. Why? Because you're so proud over your little nothing. We get so proud. We don't want to receive the message. Why? Because I look like this. I got to put a damn suit on. I'm not doing that. I'm going to extend this hand, right? I'm going to do my job. You see, I'm not going to force no crown upon your head. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, make you become something that you already are. You chose to go left. It's going to be your choice. But I'm going to do my job, man. You say, hey, you choking on a little crab leg. You're going to want somebody to beat on your back. But a brother can't bump up against you on accident. That same brother you want to unalive. But he's the one that's going to help you when you're choking on that piece of corn out of your crab food, your crab food boil bag. Now you got to be unalive over a corn kernel. Because the brother's going to save your life. You killed him the week prior. We unalived him. That sister, you did what? You done cussed her all out. Now she can't save your life. And you got to die from a corn kernel because you wanted to eat this seafood boil bag, man. That's simple. Knowing that tobacco products are going to give you cancer and smoking and chewing and doing all that's simple. Knowing that the Lord doesn't want you celebrating these holidays, you're doing it anyway because why? You're a Scorpio? You're going to go against the almighty power, having open disdain and just contempt to do what it is that you want to do because of a stupid day. If you love your birthday so much, why not make it every day and live right? Choose life instead of death. We don't know what we're doing. Let me help you know what you're doing. All right. Stop sinning. Stop celebrating your birthday. Stop doing what America says you're supposed to do, right? And serve the Lord. There's no question about it. You only have questions because you're taking yourself down paths. We take ourselves down paths, and then we expect someone to answer for the things that we've done. And guess who says they're going to answer? You're going to come up with this stupid, I got an answer for you. You're a Christian pastor. Oh, yeah. Before I get to my sermon today, Sister Lucille's having a toenail transplant. We're going to send that. We're going to pass the plate for that. Sister Lucille ain't got no feet. But, hey, we're going to pass the plate for that. You're sitting here vexed because you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And he didn't cuss, you're going to let that slide because you think that you're going to get that blessing that you need, right? And the blessing that you need is to get up and get the hell up out of there. But you're going to sit there because we chose to be wicked. And you think he has the answer because you've got yourself in a tussy. You understand? So he's going to turn the lights down low. He's going to get to singing and dancing, choir. You're getting hungry at this point. Your stomach's growling. And not only you need a prayer, you're in need of a sandwich. And he's going to drag out the sermon so damn long, you're going to forget why you're sitting there. Then he's going to do something, make a blanket statement. And I know what you've been struggling with. And then he's going to catch your ear. Struggle. Okay, I've been struggling with. Your somatic memory is going to take you through all the struggles. And now you're going to get really emotional. When he turns the lights down low, you're going to remember your grandma before she told you, always go to church, baby. Now you're going to start crying. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to empty your pockets. You understand? You're going to listen to this soothsayer tell you absolutely nothing that's going to resolve your issue. And you're going to forget about what it was, right, that convicted you in the first place. And you're going to go out here and we're going to be a repeat offender until we repeat the same pattern until it unalives us. Case closed. Find out what you're doing. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American, Indian man, woman, and child. You understand? You don't want to join the ISPK? Don't. You don't have to. But do what we do. Keep the oracles of God, man. Treat yourself kindly by obeying the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, just imagine not smoking and your anxiety leaving. Just imagine not eating that pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster and coming down. Your sodium levels are dropping, blood pressure dropping. You're no longer a diabetic. Just imagine being able to take your kids to the Passover and not have to worry about them getting touched coming down a damn slide. Imagine. Imagine until it gets you into the seat of one of these chairs in one of these classrooms, and now you're witnessing it firsthand. That's a miracle. Arising and departing. That's what we're gonna go. Micah 2 and 10. All right. I was gonna bring out some other stuff, but you know, it is what it is. All right, we'll do Micah chapter 2, verse 10. You got any questions? Please type it in the chat. You understand? Got any questions about any, even when it comes to medically, health wise? All right. So right about now is the season, flu season, influenza. All right. Anyway, you ever wondered what flu was short for? It's short for influenza. All right. We have RSV. All right, and then we have the norovirus going on. All right. Ways that you can combat all three of these: washing your hands. All right. What does washing your hands have to do with anything? All right. Your hands are in direct correlation to your mouth. This is how you eat. So by washing your hands 20 seconds with soap and water, you can get rid of all the germs that are on the outside of your body and help your immune system, which is fighting to keep things like staphylococcus outside of your body. All right. Contrary to what you think or what you believe, you know, because you washed your lettuce, you know, or your broccoli, it can have listeria. You have a strong immune system, you're able to do what? Have positive T cells and, you know, B cells that are going to fight to do what? Remove these things. You know what I'm saying? Have a good immunity against these bacteria, these foreign viruses that are trying to get in your body. Washing your hands and having good hygiene is what we do as Israelites anyway. You understand? Wash your hands. Don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's where a lot of this neurovirus is coming from. Those things that are filtration systems for the ocean to keep them clean, right? That bacteria lives inside of them. Have a specific anatomy and physiology to do what? Live by filtering out the ocean water. And guess what we're doing? We're eating that dirty, nasty filter. Why don't we just leave it there, man? Leave it there. They tell you, oh, okay, cook your seafood. All right. Those crustaceans we're not supposed to be eating in the first place. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments not only going to give you favor with the Lord, it's going to help you in this time of famine. There's plenty of things to eat. Eat food, man. You know, the dietary laws are here for a reason. Keep you from going crazy. It'll keep you from having not only mental health issues, but physical health issues. All right. Wash your hands. That's one thing you can start by doing. All right. Washing your hands, covering up when you go outside. All right. So understand this. You don't get sick from the cold. You know, the cold can actually help you burn body fat. You know, your body's going to stay at 98 point whatever degrees. Whatever it sinks below it, you know what I'm saying? Your body's going to try to, you're going to burn calories. Whatever starts, it's going to try to cool yourself down. You try to go above it. You sweat. All right. It's your body's natural response. All right. You get sick when, like I said, you get things that are foreign in your body, right? And it happens. All right. I wash my hands that third, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes your immune system's weakened, not getting enough sleep, you know, not eating the right foods. It happens. But when you have things like RSV, which is airborne, meaning, okay, it's not outside, like it's just falling from the sky. someone who has RSV, they cough or sneeze, those particles stay in the air longer. That's what it means to be airborne, like a trooper, right? You see somebody jump out of a plane, now they're airborne and they're coming down, right? They're coming down. That's what happens when it comes to RSV. All right. Uh, the neurovirus, right? It can be airborne, but for not an extended period of time. So it's going to live on hard and soft surfaces. Okay. You got to clean up, wipe it down. But when it comes to RSV, it's going to say somebody cough. All right. It'll stay there for 2 hours. Let's say it's a bus stop. This is why you should, utilize face masks, especially when community health guidelines say that you should. All right. When they say you should social distance, it's because things are airborne. You cough and sneeze, it's going to get the mucous membranes in your eyes or in your mouth. You're walking by, just singing, got your headphones on, and next thing you know, it's just floating down and go right in your mouth. That's how it happens. That's what airborne means. All right. So let's not be simple. All right. But when it comes to sin and keeping the oracles of God, these things are put into place to keep us safe. Everything that our community is plagued with, the Bible has the answer for. So when you ask yourself, what am I doing by not doing what the Bible says? Just know, just know you're going to be held accountable for the transgression of the law. And it's simple. Don't think just because it doesn't come expediently that you're not going to suffer the consequences, right? And don't think that, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get away. All right, yeah, just because she stole from you doesn't mean that that's your punishment. No, that punishment is gonna come from the Lord. That's just a sister doing something she's supposed to do. It's just a brother doing something he's supposed to do. But your punishment, you're gonna know it's gonna come straight from the Lord. All right. So let me drop that. What else did I have? What else did I have? Yabbity da, habity blue blah. Um, uh, Give me just a second. The love of God, man. We're gonna go there. All right. What we doing? We going to John 5 and 3. First John 5 and 3. I know it's repetitive, these scriptures, but you have to understand it, man. You have to get these things, we have to get these things in our spirit, right? We have to be in the vibe. You have to show your brothers and sisters compassion. What Christ did. That's what Christ did. Hey, they ain't gonna backdoor me. Okay. How many people have you backdoored? How many? Countless. But oh no. You know how bad you want to be backdoored when it comes to somebody doing something against you? You want it bad. How so? Because you're still backdooring people by not keeping the law, statutes, commandments. You break one, you break them all. So if you really wanted people to stop stealing from you, stop backdooring you, stop lying to you, stop cheating you, stop doing all, guess what you would do? You would keep the law, statutes, commandments. But we don't keep them. So therefore, we're asking for more of it. If you want it to end, first it has to first end with you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American Indian. That's where it has to end. All right. First John 5 and 3. For this is the love of God. Because everybody says they love God. Your pastor tell you that right before, what I'm saying, he runs off with your money. Yeah, can I get change? Yeah, yeah. See Sister Shula. Well, I shouldn't say Shula, it might be. See Sister such and such. You know what I'm saying? She's over the treasury. As soon as that, you get that $100 bill, you waiting, you waiting, you waiting. You're gonna knock on it. Oh, she done left. Oh, well, remind me next week. You beat up by that time you done got robbed and forgot. All right. How can you say you love God, man? For, for this is the love of God, right? Because everybody says they love God. Everybody has their own rendition. Everybody has their own definition, right, of love. And it's based on their will, not the Lord's will. All right. But we will read what the love of God truly is. All right. First John 5 and 3. For this is the love of God, that we, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, keep his commandments, the oracles of God. We keep brotherhood. We keep the Passover. We keep the feast days. You know what I'm saying? We have humility. You know, we have compassion for one another. We don't steal. We don't kill. We don't lie. All right. And his commandments are not grievous. Not doing those things. are not grievous. Not doing them. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and not being a murderer, not being a thief, that's not grievous. What's grievous? Doing those things is grievous. It may not be grievous to you, but it's going to be grievous to your brother or your sister. And guess what happens when you do it to them? It's going to be done unto you. So we all have to stop. All right. We have to stop doing those things that are going to grieve other people, our brothers and sisters. And by doing so, we're going to keep the law, statutes, commandments. I'm going to read it again. For this is the love of God. So if you love God, you're going to understand this. Not only are you going to understand, you're going to do it. That we keep his commandments, all right? The oracles of God, who we are, our nationality. That defines us by keeping the law, statutes, commandments. That's who we are. That's what we're supposed to repeatedly do. All right. And his commandments are not grievous. Breaking the law is grievous. Like I said before, I hate being robbed. Who doesn't? If I keep the law, statutes, commandments, right, then I'm not going to be robbing anybody, especially not Christ. Doesn't mean that, I'm going to be free from someone else doing it to me. But just knowing that I keep the law, statutes, commandments, I'm going to understand that, okay, yeah, my brother and sister felt like they had to do that. And that's fine. 2024, my car got stolen. First time it's ever happened to me, ever happened to me. And I go out here, guns are blazing, no, things happen. You understand? That's not going to make me sell out. I'm no longer selling out. You got to do more than steal my car. You understand? You're going to have to take and that's the thing. There should be nothing upon the face of this earth that's going to get you or cause you to turn your back on the person who ensures, right? Ensures your safety. Read the laws, statutes, commandments. You should never turn your back on the Lord, man. Your maker. You should never turn your back on your king, Yahweh Shah Mashiach. There should be nothing that causes you to do what? Sin against the Lord. Nothing should make you sin against him. Nothing, not near, nothing. For what cause should you? What reason do you have? None besides your own. So I have to ask you, what is it that we do that makes us feel that we could sin against the Lord, man? There should be nothing, no cause, no amount of poverty, no amount of lust. Nothing should make you sin against the Lord. Sinning against the Lord is grievous. Not sinning against him, keeping the law, statutes, commandments isn't grievous. Get that in your head. Understand, we go through a lot of things on this mid-sagittal plane we call planet Earth, whatever, right? We go through so many things, tremendous heartache, tremendous pain. And why? Because of the decisions and choices that we make. You understand? This book is here for a reason. How are we falling in the same trap, in the same hole, if we already have the answers? It's because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing and keeping the laws and commandments. We're not studying to show ourselves approved. We're doing what we feel like doing. And then so we turn our backs on the Lord. And guess what? Your prayers aren't being answered just because Big Mom's 176 years old. Your prayers ain't getting answered just because he finally got his 501c3 cleared. However the frick you say it. I can't even talk. And now he has a church. Lord's not dealing with him just because he has money. That's you dealing with him because you have a respect as a person. You only fancy this person because you're poor and he's not. You ever stop to think about that? You think that you're getting over on somebody. No, you're the friend that she has because you have money and she wants to eat. She's hungry. So you're that friend that buys her food. Meanwhile, she has another friend that takes care of these other needs. Meanwhile, she's only doing what she was taught to do by society. That's be a whore. Who do we learn that from? The oppressor. When it comes to having compassion, man, this is what we're supposed to have. All right. Realize that you've sold out because we all have sinned and have some compassion for your brothers and sisters, man. All right. So with that, was that all? Let me check. We are the ISUPK, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. under commanding Junior Yohana, man. The commanding Junior Yohana. All right. Rule for new brothers and sisters that come into the school. We are they are to be saluted only. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. Hey, shalom, sis. Shalom. Yahbashim Yashabakathum. Yahshabatabashim Yahshai. All right. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. All right. You ain't got no reason, hey, unless you need a ride. No. You follow these orders, Negro. Hey, sis, follow these orders. They're being implemented so that we don't slip up. All right. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. All right, the head, man, meaning your camp leader. All right, the person who's over that zone. Why? Because he knows this brother and sister. You understand? And look, everybody want to get married in the world, and well, excuse me, I never had a father to give me away. That's your head. You understand? Listen and obey. Follow the instructions of the school. And by doing this, you're going to understand so many things about the Bible. After there's another 6 months in which a brother and sister would court each other. After 6 month period, brother and sister would get permission from the head to marry. You understand, man? It's a glorious thing. You know, we don't know what we're doing, but the men above us who are put in this position do. You understand? So just follow orders. It relieves a burden, a yoke of iron. Just listen, man, look, you gotta go holler at my camp leader. I don't give a damn how you feel. Follow these orders and watch how you can dodge a bullet or give a brother or sister a chance to grow into that person and find them at the right time, not the wrong time. All right. Tithes, which is a commandment, pay your damn tithes, man. All right, pay your tithes. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. All right, which means a tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, man. All right. Pay it full. Man, pay your tithes. You understand? Pay them. Pay your taxes, don't you? That's how you keep this government running that you hate so much, but you love. Pay your damn tithes. This is how we will keep the school running. Any government, right, that you have governing body gets funding from taxes. The Lord has his own. All right. Give to the school, man. ISUBK.com. Your donation. Pay your tithes there. All right. It's priest fund. The free will offering for priests is not mandatory. Like we talked about that what do you call that? The delivery guy. All right. Just a messenger, man. Just a nigga from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Doing all kinds of good, right? Because I'm serving the Lord. I'm a messenger. All right. A ghetto angel. All right. That's what a angel is in this perspective. Whatsoever amount you would like. All right, man. Just watch my class. That's all you got to do. And you tired of hearing me, you tired of, me and Sakam blowing up your feed and your line with these videos of Commander Junior Hunter. Hey, listen, hey, look, don't watch it. Send it to somebody else, right? When your mother's getting on your nerves about this, that, and the third, put my face in front of hers. All right. She's gonna get tired of seeing it. She'll be like, what's this nigga talking about? What's this Passover? Let me go see what it's about. And before you know it, she's hooked, man. She came into the truth, a miraculous and glorious thing. Now you're gonna see what a miracle is really about. All right. Holy Convocation. Let me see, where's my calendar? The next upcoming Holy Convocation is going to be. Give me just a sec. Live. You got any questions? Please put in the chat. We about to end this thing. All right. The next upcoming Holy Convocation. Give me just a second. Blah, 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 hibbity, blah, 2024. That is not it. Give me just a second. I ain't gonna be sure. I'm gonna make sure. Just a second. Shibbity da. Next upcoming Holy Convocation. Let me get to my calendar. Ba-ba-ba-da. Good night, Quatazar. Come on, buddy. Gonna make nothing up. Oh, here we go. All right. Blah blah blah. Next upcoming holy convocation. Mm, that's the old one, March 2025. Pure? Let me see. Don't quote me on that. I got you. I'll make a post. March 2025. Purim. We talk about Esther. I believe it's Purim. So let me make sure. Salakia. All right, so I don't get out the wrong information. All right. Yeah, remind any brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, and scarf. You got any questions, please ask. All right, it says March 25th, Purim. So I'm gonna go with that for now, but I'm gonna make a post because I am not sure. Just a second. All right. With that, Imagine, which means to stand. All right. Well, putting your Hakwadam means turn and face the east. All right. So we with these prayers, man. We gonna do the Lord's prayer. What time is it? 8:23. In the Hebrew, sisters, cover your head. Brothers, put a headpiece on. I got my skittle diddle out. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're gonna do the Lord's prayer in the Hebrew first. All right, just repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah Shemka, Yahweh, Malak Ka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Hayah Asha, Ba Rataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathunlanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawum, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawafi Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawafi Nawa, Wala'a, Tabayai Nawa, Manasaya One, Abal, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayan Laka, Hamalak Wa, Waha Allah, Wahata Para, La'awalamyam, Amen. In the English, that was Hebrew. Good night. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right. We're going to read the Hakat, which is the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. By Shim Yahweh Baba Kashah, Nathan Lanawa, Hakat, La Rapa'ah, Ka Makala, Makal Madawa, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazariah, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamathian, Hakak, Awakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarshim, by Shim Yahushai, Thuadamar. In the English, Yahweh, in the name Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh, Barashim Yahushua, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wayhabayah, Saparia, Barak, Barashim Yahushua, Thuadaman. What I just said was, Yahweh, in the name Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it. Man. All right. Let me see. I think that's it for that. All right, so there it is, man. Those are the prayers. All right, like I said, you fight through it, man. No matter what type of day you having, type of class, and we got them prayers, and that's the most important part. Like I said, so I'm gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel, Amajim, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yehabah Shmi Ashabrak, a thumb to my brothers, turn and face the sisters. There's no sisters, but do it anyway. All right, men of Israel, Amajim. Madam Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahshua Thabah Shim Yahushua, all right? Yadi Matat. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Hey, Father, for checking in. Most High Christ, Maisha, holla at you, brother. All right, till next week. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Oh, Salaki, check out Preaching Officer Khan tomorrow night, Wednesday night. You're gonna be bringing it heavy, the law class. Check out Preaching Officer 1000, y'all with Thumb in Dayton, all right? On the ISUPK Southern Ohio channels, man. ISUPK Dayton, Ohio, ISUPK Columbus, Ohio. Wednesday night law class. Hey, Shalom. My niggas, my